These days there's been a lot of talk about paternity tests, and a while back I saw a tweet that says the DNA department of Luth has estimated that approximately 30% of Nigerian men are not the biological fathers of their children. So I want to ask, as a woman, would you let your husband do a paternity test on your children? Any of you? All of you should go around and answer.
Everybody, I don't think any woman like that at first.
Why not? Why?
If you want to do DNA test on your child, go and do it. Don't come and ask me. Say, baby, let's go and do DNA test. When you now do it and find out that the child is your own, what will now happen after?
Okay, but what if I found out the child is not my own?
Then we'll pack our load and we go.
Really?
If I'm guilty or not, but why would you just, at first, again, it's like, why would you say that?
Okay.
No, but true. You have a partner. Your partner wants to take a decision that might be a deal breaker for you. If he goes behind your back, it's not worse. It's totally worse. You won't like it. You might not forgive him. He's coming to you with respect. No, he's coming to you and telling you with respect. I want to do this. I have this fear. I know you might not like it. I know it might tear us apart. But I have this legit fear and I want to do this. Are you going to support me and we'll cross the bridge? Or not?
Well, like I said at first, if I have nothing to hide, at first I'll be angry, like, why would you want to do that? Don't you trust me and everything? But for me, that I know I don't have anything to hide, I'll be like, okay, fine, you can go on. But the fact that there'll still be an issue, yeah, of you like not trusting me.
Yeah, trust is relative, man. Trust. They don't write down for head. They don't write it on someone's head that someone is a bad person. Someone that can be down for you from day one, can do you dirty, can have a child by a lover, a past lover, and she might be too scared. She might be too scared to tell you. And funny enough, it's not as if she doesn't love you. It might have been one mistake. I'm not giving her. I'm not letting her pass for that. But I'm just saying, man, this guy. I don't know. Maybe when I get married, but if I have any.
I think the question is whether you should ask your wife for a DNA. If starting that conversation on its own is, or you're already starting a fight, or you're already starting a problem. It's just like your wife. Let's say you came back from work by 12 o'clock, and your wife just comes and say, yeah, you are smelling of somebody's perfume, and you are cheating on me. It is a fight that she has started. Yeah, so if you go out of nowhere, you guys were not fighting, and you just say, oh, I want a DNA test, you're accusing her of cheating on you, and that is a fight that you have already started. So if you are having doubts, which I don't even see why anyone would be having doubts if you're not having problems with your spouse, you know, but if you're having doubts, you can just go behind and take there are different, you can take a piece of hair, you can take anything, and then go and do your DNA test. So, but if you want to start a fight, then go and ask. But if you don't want to start a fight, just do it codedly. But I don't even see why you would even want to do it if you are not having problems in that marriage.
Wait, hold on. You see, it's very funny. There's, you're starting a fight, there's trust this, there's trust that. There have been people that their marriages have been okay, everything has been going fine. But for some reason, they saw something in their child, like, something's wrong somewhere. And then he decided, and then he decided to do a paternity test and he found out that child is not his own. How is he supposed to feel? How is he supposed to react to it?
Or accident, or accident happens and they're looking for blood. Or accident happens and they're looking for blood. Exactly, I know the person will be on blood and it tests the blood.
And suddenly your blood does not match the child's blood. Like,
okay, so can I ask you a question? So when you go and do this DNA test now and you find a child's not your own, what are you going to do? Thank you! Because some people will say, no, should I tell you something? Should I tell you something? Because you gave sperm that birthed a child doesn't necessarily make you the father of that child. I cannot testify to that.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes, because you donated sperm does not make you the father of that child.
That's why there's such a thing as biological father.
Apparently, a sperm donor or the person that has the sperm is not necessarily the owner of the child or the father of the child. That's actually true in a sense, because fatherhood is not only biological. But let's be honest, honesty is the best policy. I would honestly prefer to know it is my child that I am taking care of or I've been taking care of for the past billions of years than find out later that, no, it's John from down the street, son. No.
Let me ask you a question. How many Nigerian men willingly raise children that are not theirs? Very few. It's not commonplace. I'll tell you, I'll beat my chest. If I want to get married to a babe, and she has a child today, my parents most likely will not allow it. My strong head has to be, even myself, my upbringing self, I might not allow it. But let's just say I enter that space and I see a babe I like and she has a kid, I most likely will not see anything long term with her. It's a tradition thing. It's how the system is. Do you get?
Because you're talking about trust, but you're breaching someone else's trust by birthing another child that is.
See, the point is whether you should ask her for a DNA. Okay, I think that maybe they should make a law that immediately you have a child, then do DNA test because it's good.
But you also know that. But you guys, we also realize that. I'm sure we also know that there are cases where we have wicked nurses that switch babies. We know that. So when you now find out that your wife is too short and the person that knocked her to super and gave her that baby, and then you find out that that child's blood doesn't match, what would you do in that case? After you've asked for DNA test.
The child is not on to, so it's from
on both parties. So both of you are victims at that point because it's not her child too.
So are you people now going to say that? Because I need to understand the rationale behind it. Because aside from
this
when
issue
you
of
ask your wife,
if a child is under 18, you can't do a paternity test on the pikin without consent from both parents.
Women have already been termed as people that like to fight. So when you want to come and meet me and ask me that I want to go and do paternity test, be ready with your evidence.
The thing is, I don't think a man will come and ask you to do paternity test out of the blue. Yes. Because there has to be signs. There has to be things going on.
There has to be something.
Because you can be happy and everything, but
I'm not going to wake up and come at you and like, yo, I want to paternity test.
Because it can be time.
That's what I'm saying. There has to be something. Something has to be off.
All your children are brilliant. One now.
What the hell? You can't use that kind of.
All your children are good. One's a thief.
No, you can't use that kind of.
They happen. No, let's not lie. We're in Nigeria. Forget.
I'm a psychologist.
Forget psychology.
No. You cannot use that. We have behavioral defects.
I'm not trying. No.
Exactly. You can't use that.
No, I'm not trying to sound
yes.
But let's not forget we're in Nigeria. Why in Nigeria these things happen? It happens, die. You see a klept, you see normal children, you see one is a kleptomaniac and you find out that the mother was doing something outside. It's a lie, genes, see, if we've seen it, genes and actions transfer, what's the English?
Yeah, you're right.
You see your kids, you can see a replica of yourself in your kids. Your kid sleeps like you. Your kid snores like you. Your kid plays football like you.
Snore like you.
I'm not saying every time. But now you now see a particular child that is just totally different, totally out of place.
But you know that there are some children that they will not take anything from their father, they will not take anything from their mother, they will go and take from their grandmother.
At least it's not the grandmother. No. See, if it's from your grandmother, at least you can see something familiar.
You rather see something about you or your dad or somebody in your family.
You see something familiar.
Now let's go back to the topic. Should you ask your wife?
I'm asking my wife.
You're not putting that child into perspective. Yeah, you're putting your ego before a child that you have raised all your life. As far as I'm concerned, it has nothing to do with the woman, yeah, in my opinion. Because the moment you find out that that child is not your biological child, the affection the relationship you have with that child is going to change, yeah, and it's that child that you're punishing, not the woman. So personally, I don't see the point of a DNA test, except to just gratify yourself. You know, to just make your I don't know, male ego and all this whole culture, all this kind of thing, blah, 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 blah. Because to me, I feel like the whole point of parenting is about what follows after the child is born. And all the things that you have done for the child, the relationship that you have made, the memories you have made with the child. That is what parenting is to me.
I feel like asking for whatever reason is creating a space for it to either come out or is this for deny it or say it straight up? Because in a situation, because we are talking about situations, ideal situations where okay, she does do we do the paternity test and then everything is fine. In a situation where it is not fine, and I asked you, you denied it. We did the paternity test, and you find out that child is not my own. What am I supposed to do? Automatically, I cannot trust you again.
So will you What did you say, Chris? First of all, you lied.
Yes, as in when I asked you, you
realize that
denied
the
it.
husband and that married might have been lying to her for a very long
Doesn't
time.
matter. That's what we are talking about. That's not having to do with current scenario.
If it's me in that kind of situation, when you come and you want to use you lied this, I will bring back all your parts for you too. You married somebody. You married somebody. See,
a child is a very big thing, no. It's not like
so you want to cheat and burn child because I lied to you once. Or a couple of times.
No,
but that's the only reason I'm going to bring
where
up.
people like date, like let's say before you get married, yeah. Let's say they are dating like 2 people at the same time, and you're hoping that one person will ask you to marry them, you know, and then you're just dating the 2 of them. No, it's not about dice. It's not about people do it. If you've not asked someone, there are some people that if you've not said, there are some women that at a certain age, let's say they are 30, yeah, you've not said I want to marry you. They will not be exclusive, yeah. So let's imagine that kind of thing happens, and then she has it. She doesn't even know if it's you or if it's the other person. You know, I know that's wrong.
It's wrong. But do you know that I would rather we have that conversation before the child is born than to now pick up something.
But you might not know that she wasn't exclusive. You might not know that she was not exclusive.
She's not exclusive, but at the point where we're going to get married, and suddenly you are pregnant. And then 20 years after, I found out the child is not my own. This guy, that is 20 years. I fucking killed you.
Or 19 she years. Doesn't know.
At that point, should she have told you what she didn't know?
No. Excuse me, first. I don't know what first. Excuse me. I just need to ask a question. Why should a woman have 2 sex partners at the same time? I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying because I want to know who the father of my child. I'm sorry. That's why I said let me just take you guys away. I want to know who the father of my child is. So when you say she won't know, she won't know. I think every woman will know.
No. If a woman has sex with 2 men within 5 days, there's no way she will know. Because conception is very funny. It can be the first person that knocked her and the guy's sperm is a shooter. His sperm just went.
Why are you collecting sperm from 2 men?
And that's my question.
You know, why are you not collecting? Why are you not skin diving in one and using protection with another?
You know that you can use protection and to actually break.
You can love one and the other one might have the genes you need. You might love one.
I think we're deviating from the whole subject matter. Look at that. Look at the tweet in general. The tweet is not even talking about DNA test. It's telling you that women, their love unfaithful and untrustworthy in this country. There are so many bad women. There are so many bad women. No, that's what the tweet is saying. Forget. For you to say in one in every three fathers. That's what it's saying. Forget the whole 10 and 10. 1 in every 3 fathers.
They said the first child.
No, that's the tweet. First child. It was 10%. In mathematics, that's like 1 in 3. 1 in 3. That means 1 in 3. For that means you know someone's daddy that is not a father. Do you know how bad that is? People are paying people's school fees. No, let's cut it out. People are training children. People are training children from primary school, secondary school, taking them to university, paying masters, paying hospital bills, going everywhere, taking them to church, dressing them, and you now find out they can't tell you that child is not your child. That child is not. This guy, forget that one. Forget it's your child that you raised him up. No, forget that one. Forget that it's my child or anything. Forget it. Forget I raised him up. We have a bond. Yes, we have a bond. Forget it. But you lied to me. You didn't tell me. I did not fucking willingly get into that. It's not fair. Forget. I don't want to know how you are justifying it. It is not fair. That's the point of it. It's not fair. I'm not about to cry, but I'm telling you, it's a bad thing. A man grows, a man pays, a man takes responsibility from. No, I don't want any logical reason. No logical reason. You are not giving me any logic to this.
Why not saying it?
You are a bastard. You are a bastard. You do not talk to anybody. You are a bastard.
But wait, Pascal, relax. I want to say something.
Whoever does it to a man.
I want to say something.
If you do that to a man, chill. If you do that,
so basically, so men can get hurt.
If you do that, why won't you get hurt? Honor you guys that they break your heart, you kick cars, you break glasses, you destroy properties. People do that for just ordinary cheating. I now raise a child for 25, 30 years. And you come and tell me, I find that child is not my child. Someone is dying that day. The fact that you know that women are as sexually active as men these days. Let's not lie.
Calm down. See.
No, men always lied. Men always lied and said we do normal. Women do 4 or 5. 1 digit.
No. Women are actually have more smaller sexual partners because of society expecting women to have.
Thank you for the English. So I'm trying to tell you now that when I know that I've seen a statistic now that says 1 in every 3 men might not be the father of their child. Add it with your other insecurities. This guy add it with your other insecurities.
See, wait, hold up. See, do you know the point? The whole thing is that as a country, Nigeria, we are actually a very promiscuous and hypocritical group of people, both men and women. But the only thing is that unfortunately, as a woman, if you have any kind of extramarital whatever, it can come back to you if the father of your child is not your husband. It's just unfortunate because the man too. Because the man too is most likely cheating.
Wait.
Partner. Me, I'm seeing 2 sides to it. I'm seeing 2 sides to it. Either we're having lots of infertile men, or more women are cheating. Those are traits me I want to see. We're having either lots of infertile men, or we have lots of women cheating.
More women are cheating.
More women are cheating than men. Impossible. That's not possible. What? It's impossible. See, no. Excuse me, because I mean, like, okay, just imagine that. Sorry, imagine that.
There are many situations in which, you know how Nigerian men are. They like to raise their shoulder and say they can do whatever. Yeah. Do you know that there are many situations where the woman, they could have been trying to have children for a long time. The woman will probably say, let's go to the hospital. Let's even forget hospital, church for a while. She does the right thing, says, let's go to the hospital. And then the doctor now says she's fine. And then they ask the man, oh, do so and so, says and the man is like, no, he's fine. Do you know, there was a guy I was reading it on Twitter. There was a guy that, he's a doctor. He said is that many men don't want to do tests. They don't want to do tests, and that's from a doctor. And in a situation, in that kind of situation, and he's trying to have children. Obviously, in his head, he's thinking, "Oh, everything's fine with me. My wife is the problem." Now, in that kind of situation, she's going to do what she has to do.
So she's going to go outside.
Yeah. To make you happy. To make you happy. It is not right. It is not right, but it is where she's pushed to.
So Jill, if she cheats on you or she tries, like, if you're infertile, she'll go and sleep outside and get a child for you and bless you with a child or something like that, man. That logic is not only flawed, but that logic sounds so daft. Like, how do you even think that? How do you even want to tell your husband that it's because you were infertile, I'm going to go and sleep outside so you can have cheese you can carry and call your own? Like, if you do that to me, man, my village people, man, I don't even know what I'll do to you.
We know men have big egos. Standard. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but men have big egos. This guy, we will internalize that thing. We will visualize it graphically. So you think we're meant to know? I'm not talking about women now. We're not talking about women. Women will have their own day. Women will have their own day. You guys will have your own day and talk about your own problems. We're not talking about no. It happens a lot. I'm bringing up let's not go there. Let's not go there. When women do that a lot. When they fight for women rights, don't let us do that. Women will get their day. We're talking about men right now. There
are many times they talk about women and men bring up their issues to
today is not that day.
We're talking about men right now. This is a couple, husband and wife. Like, it is not about you. It is about two of you. You cannot just stand up and say, oh, I want to, because I want to do that. See, it is rude. It is bad. It's disrespectful. It is disrespectful.
Sorry, can I finish? You're a grown man. I mean, as in, we are all adults here. Do you understand? I'm married to you, for crying out loud. You think I am cheating on you? You think, you have to have proof. You cannot come to me. You cannot come to me and say, oh, babe, I think that no matter how calm you come to me, excuse me, no matter how calm you come to me, no matter how calm you come to me, I will not accept it. Do you understand? No matter how how calm you come to me. I expect that you have proof. You say, okay, be mature enough to be like, let's go for a test. Have you done a checkup, through this month? Let's go for a test. Get the doctor to. Now, let me tell you.
Let's go for medical checkup.
Excuse me, you're not lying to me. You are not lying to me. You are saying let's go for a test. Is that a lie? What's the lie?
That's a white lie. It's a white lie. It's a white lie. It's a white lie.
See, I don't know how you guys see it, but you are mature enough. You cannot come to me and say you are cheating on me. You are this one. You not give me grief. Then at the end of the day, I'll not find out. I will divorce you day and day. Don't play with my emotions like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. This DNA thing is really. First, I don't expect my husband to ask me, for a DNA test. But if you feel the need to, I feel like you should have your proof already. Because at the end of the day, if you come to me and ask me, to go and do a DNA test, that's already insulting. Be ready for whatever comes after. Do you get? So, but even if you want to do it, I feel like you should have your proof, before you come to me. Because it goes both ways at the end of the day. Because what if, we go for DNA test and you are the father of my child, what will happen? What do you think you're still going to be there? You're not going to be there anymore now. You're going to be gone and you'll be paying bills. Best believe you'll be paying bills whilst you're gone. And I'll find another man in my life. How about that?
Think higher than this. This is it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to insult anybody. You guys, calm down. Nobody. It's not, really, it's not like that. Let's just raise our thoughts. Or whatever. For lack of better word. Think like this. You are married. This is going to obviously cause issues between you and your wife. Do you understand? So as a man, you want to be like, you go and see. I don't think there's any man. I don't think there's any man that will want to. Any man with ego. Excuse me. Any man with ego. With pride that want to say you're cheating on me. Let's go. I don't know. You cheated on me. This child we have is now our own. What's that? Oh no. But what's that? What is that? How about this guy has gone to do his own? See, everybody must always have to do their own personal research in life normally. So this man has gone to do his research, and he has found out that this hair that I took from the strand of my baby and our baby is not our baby. Do you understand? Now you come to your woman and say,
baby,
excuse me, see, oh God. You don't even need to shout at this woman. You don't need to. You tell her. He says, have you done a test this month? Have you? Let's go for when last? Let all of us. It's just being smart. It's just an approach.
Okay, so basically,
it is an approach.
So basically, the issue now is that how you approach it.
Let me give you a scenario. A Nigerian guy in the UK, it was a talk show. They put him and his son came on air, yeah? And they did a paternity test for his son. I think his son was like 28, 30. Yeah. Son didn't, and before they aired the results, they showed pictures of the boys' grad, pictures of them together. This guy, they looked alike. They looked alike. You can see the vibe between. You can see the vibe between father and son. Let's now say, okay, this man raised this son for like 30-something years. Presenter now comes out. Okay, result. I have the results. There are results you will not like. It's not your son. It's not your son. This man sat down, broke down. 60-something-year-old man and was crying. This man broke down. This man had no reason to distrust his wife. For 30-something years, I don't know. We never got to that part. Maybe it was random. We don't know how they chose them. I didn't myself.
Go on the show.
First, I don't know. Sometimes they pick people. I know they think sometimes they pick people. BBC does this random DNA testing thing for people sometimes, where they find your roots and stuff. I don't know how they pick the guy. But put yourself in that shoe. You've trained this boy for 30-something years. 30-something years, you had no reason to doubt his mom. And you now find out on TV.
I don't think you're getting us.
I understand the whole trust thing. I understand. No, I know this.
You guys are not understanding us. So we're not saying don't do it. We're saying the approach.
Don't do tests. Don't breach my trust.
No. That's not what we're saying. What me I'm saying.
All of us go marry and we go say easy like this. Now all of us are talking now like say easy. I say everybody has insecurities. I'm not saying he's not going to wake up one day. He's not going to wake up one day and one day I say I want to do DNA test. I think my wife they cheat. It's gradual. It piles up.
I don't know
why any man in his right mind will want to have a child that he has raised, will want to go and find out whether he's the one that found. What is the point? Because it's not about cheating, no. It's not about cheating. It is about that child. It's about that child, and you are not going to love that child. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Human beings are always going to be inquisitive. Let me tell you something. Humans are always inquisitive. It's just like when a babe like guy is treating well, they go still go do investigations. Say they won't find out whether an outside babe day. It's not like she's enjoying everything, but she wants to be inquisitive. Same way that almost this guy. It happens. We're human beings. They don't lie. It happens.
When it comes to this DNA issue, there are reasons why people do DNA tests. 1, history of the woman. 2,
you are mad. What's the history of the woman? Why did you marry her in the first place? The history of the woman is a problem.
Regardless. Relax, I can still choose to marry her because I love her.
Then remove history of the woman. Take out the history. No, it's not a valid point. You cannot come and tell me that you knew about my history. You cannot come and tell me that you knew that I was a hoe and you still want go and marry me, and then tomorrow you come and say because of my history I want to check. It does not count. It does not count.
You cannot take the heat. Get out of the kitchen. You cannot say you married me as a hoe. I want to come 5 years and start telling me, oh no, you don't do that. You knew that the babe was a hoe. You still married her. I believe that when you want to marry somebody, you should marry somebody you can deal with their flaws. So you cannot come 2-3 years down and start telling me bullshit. It's rubbish.
Fine, she has changed her ways, but she realized that we're about to get into this marriage, and then she decided to tell me her full story. Okay. And I still marry her regardless. Okay. Are you trying to tell me that, think about it, you're a human being, you're not a robot. You're always still going to do like this.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm sorry, but the whole thing, you realize that all this thing is all in your head. Like this whole father, the child, whether you're the one that bought the child, all those kind of things, it's all in your head. Because as a society, women have been raising children that another woman born for their husband. Yes, in Nigeria, women see the whole thing. With the whole thing we're having, the whole.
That child, she knew it was not her own. She knew it was her own, right? She knew it was her own. That's why when she said, somebody said it here that said that, oh, but you are being a baby daddy and you have children outside, you are aware that child is your own. That's why you're raising that child.
So when you bring a child that, but that's not my point. No, wait, imagine that you were like a, what they call men that sleep around. Gigolo, yeah, you were sleeping with all the women in Lagos, yeah, and then your wife now married you, yeah, and every day you come back from work, she will say, you're smelling of Louis Vuitton. Yeah, every day you guys are fighting about whatever, and then she knew about your past. She knew that, oh, you've decided that you want to be with this woman and you want to marry her forever, whatever you've decided, yeah, and every day she keeps suspecting you. Won't you find that ridiculous? It will make you sad.
Everyday suspicion. I'm talking about.
It's the same thing.
If a woman knows that a guy is a Lagos bad boy from the onset, and she still says that she wants to marry you.
Let me tell you, it boils down to all these social media events nowadays. These things boil down to our social media events. All these, my husband cheated, my husband beats me, my husband is still, as in, these things we see it, like you see, as in, so why would you still marry this woman if you feel that, oh, she's not going to, you can't deal with it? Why you still marry that man if you cannot deal with it?
Get out of the kitchen.
I mean, people change, yes.
What do you say? People change. See, why we talking? Wait. No, I know, but really, why we talking as if you not see? Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has bad things about them. Now, for instance, you can't tell me that because you decide to marry that person, you're going to automatically remove it from your mind.
That is why they say when you want to marry somebody that you can accept some flaws. Don't marry somebody that the person's flaws you cannot overlook it. You should marry somebody that the flaws you'll be able to deal with it. So if you married a hoe, be able to deal with the fact that she was a hoe. Comes out of it, take it. But you don't marry somebody that you know that in the next 5 years, I don't think I'll be able to take these flaws. Don't even start the journey at all. Let's not be speaking English at the end of the day. Just end it here. Good.
I don't know why Choma is telling me I can't use women's history because I understand the fact that your history is your history. We're together now. But if I have any reason to doubt you, if I have, especially with regards to that aspect, I'm going to think about it. I'm a human being. It's reflex action. I'm not just going to forget about it. So you can't tell me I can't use history because what if at the end of the day I'm right? I'm justified for using that as a reason. So you tell me bullshit.
Is it fair on men that society makes them pay most of the bills? Personally, I don't think it's fair because for me, anything you, for me, I always say relationships are like jam before marriage. People don't believe that, but that's my thought pattern. Whatever you do in your relationship,